With the rise of streaming services, a lot of people have completely gotten rid of their physical collection of movies. But there are those of us that realize the only way to guarantee that you can watch the movie you want to watch is by owning a copy of it. Stuff comes and goes on streaming services all the time. During Christmas time, a family member really wanted to watch A Charlie Brown Christmas, but it's only available on Apple TV+. Since no one wants to subscribe to Apple TV+, I ran over to the used media store and picked up a copy for $10. Now that copy can be watched whenever we want. Another story that comes to mind is recently the trailer for 28 Years Later was released. People saw this and thought, oh man, that looks good. I'd like to watch the original 28 Days Later. The problem is that there was some licensing issue and it's not on any streaming services. So everyone started looking for copies of the DVD, but it's out of print, so prices for it went up. Finally, Sony decided to release a digital copy for sale. But even with digital copies, you don't own a physical thing, and apparently they can decide to take it away whenever they want. And look, I'm not anti-streaming. I use streaming services a lot. I just don't think they're the be-all end-all. With the prices going up and every service implementing ads, it has basically just become the same as cable TV. Eventually, my goal is to build up such a large library of TV shows and movies that I'll only need to keep a couple subscriptions to streaming. But that begs the question, if I get rid of streaming services, how will I see movies that are exclusive and never make it to Blu-ray or DVD? The answer is simple: bootleg DVDs. Hopefully I'm not incriminating myself here. Let's get into it. In 2021, Netflix produced a trilogy of movies based on R.L. Stine's hit book series, Fear Street. I enjoyed this trilogy so much that I wanted to own a copy of it for my personal collection. Netflix wasn't about to release it on Blu-ray, and I get it. They want you to have to use their service. That's not to say that they've never released anything on physical media. They did so with the first couple seasons of Stranger Things, but those days are long gone. So what did I do to obtain my own copy? I found a site selling a bootleg Blu-ray and I bought it. It's very well put together and the picture quality is in 4K. It looks so much better than it does when streaming it on Netflix. I did the same thing with the recent Netflix movie Carry On. Someone was selling an unofficial copy on eBay, so I bought it. But let's move past streaming for a moment. There are thousands of movies and TV shows that were released on VHS but never DVD. In the same way, there are some that were only ever aired on TV and never saw any form of home video except for when people recorded them on their VCRs. I think of Chuck E. Cheese and the Galaxy 5000, an obscure straight-to-VHS movie. You could buy this at local Toys R Us locations or win it with tickets at Chuck E. Cheese. But good luck finding the original VHS at a reasonable price. It pops up on eBay every now and then for over $100. So what's the other option if you want it for yourself? There's a really cool site called Monsterland Media that sells it on Blu-ray for about $20. Here's my copy. We actually reviewed this movie last year, so watch that video when you're done here. Monsterland Media is a cool site that offers Blu-rays and DVDs of stuff that is publicly available, but not on home video. It seems legal from what I can tell, but I'm no lawyer. Maybe they just get away with it because no one really cares about these obscure movies. Another movie that was only ever released on VHS, but nothing beyond that, is Time Runner, starring Mark Hamill. This is a ridiculous and entertaining sci-fi movie. I bought a bootleg DVD on eBay. No, I wouldn't say I have a problem with hoarding DVDs. Speaking of Mark Hamill, who can forget the Star Wars Holiday Special? A movie so bad that George Lucas once said, If I had time and a sledgehammer, I would track down every bootlegged copy of that program and smash it. He also famously tried and failed to buy every master copy to make sure it could never be broadcast again. The only way to still view this movie is to find it online or buy a bootleg. I think I found mine at an indoor flea market years ago. There are some TV shows that I have bootleg copies of too. Are You Afraid of the Dark was released officially on DVD on Amazon, but only the first 5 seasons. If you want all 7, you'll have to go the more shady route. The Japanese Spider-Man series has never been released in the US because Marvel wants to bury it. So I have this copy of it. All 41 episodes. Funny enough, Marvel actually posted all these episodes on their website back in 2009, but they have since been taken down. One of my favorite shows, Even Stevens, will almost certainly never see a home release. I bought this bootleg set years ago and it has gotten a lot of use. Even Stevens is available to watch on Disney Plus if you're interested. I highly recommend it. It's hilarious. Okay, so wrapping up here. Couldn't I just download all the movies I want and burn them onto discs myself? Well, yes, and I actually used to do this. I would even create my own covers for them. It just became pretty time consuming and I was really bad at figuring out the technical aspects, so the picture quality ended up looking really bad. So what's the point of all this? I don't know. If and when any of these movies get released officially, I will be the first to purchase them. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I have to do to own them. I truly hope physical media never dies, but if it does, I kind of like the idea of there being an underground network of people trading DVDs and Blu-rays. Oh, hey, Frank.
Oh, hi, Ivan.
What do you got there?
This guy's selling a bunch of these out of that shit over there. It's awesome.
Okay, bye.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop.
Rodney?
May I interest you in a copy of Chuck E. Cheese in the Galaxy 5000? Perhaps Fear Street trilogy? Or perhaps Time Runner starring Mark Hamill? Or the ever-illustrious Star Wars Holiday Special?
Rodney, you stole all of those out of my house. I'm not paying you for them.
I think you are paying. I think you are going to pay.
Do you take Venmo?
You have Cash App?
Fine.